Hate is a strong word, but when it comes to Lil Kim and Foxy, it's obvious that neither would use the word love to describe each other. From public dissing, real shootings, and even rumors that Foxy was planning Lil Kim's fake entombment, their friendship has been rocky, to say the least. So without further ado, let's step into the turbulent relationship of Lil Kim and Foxy and try to understand why they hate each other and if there will ever be any reconciliation. Just a warning, things will get very messy. It's common knowledge that both Lil Kim and Foxy Brown are outspoken about each other. But when you look at their childhood, it's difficult to see how they could ever drum up so much hate. You see, the pair grew up together in the same area of Brooklyn and were at one time very good friends. They both went to the same high school, hung out regularly, and both had very similar styles when it came to fashion and music. The two girls were introduced by Foxy's brother, Gavin Mashan, and it wouldn't be long before their musical aptitude was clear to see. They would both join rap conglomerates to launch their careers. The late rapper Notorious B.I.G. would play an instrumental role in launching Lil Kim's success, and Foxy would join New York supergroup The Firm alongside rappers Nas, AZ, and Nature. Even in 1995, both Lil Kim and Foxy appeared on R&B Total's song No One Else, indicating that there was nothing but admiration and respect between them. However, to date, it remains the only song they ever featured on together, signaling the events of what were to come. Some say the feud started in 1996 when both Lil Kim and Foxy released their debut albums just 1 week apart. Lil Kim's work dropped on November 12th with Foxy's just a few days later. Of course, this didn't matter commercially, as both were a great success. They were both massively talented after all. Kim sold more than 6 million copies and went double platinum, featuring tracks with some great names, including Diddy and Missy Elliott. Meanwhile, Foxy's album went platinum and featured the likes of Method Man and Jay-Z. The issue was that because they broke the scene pretty much at the same time, they were constantly compared to each other by fans and the channel, which naturally affected egos. Kim Osorio, who was editor of rap magazine The Source at the time, explained that she remembers both of the ladies also wore the same jumpsuit in their respective album covers. Apparently, one had borrowed the outfit from the other, which had led to the other not speaking to them. It may seem trivial now, but it could have been the start of the feud we know today. Now, despite appearing together on the front cover of The Source in February 1997, when Def Jam CEO Lear Cohen offered the ladies the chance to make an album together titled Thelma and Louise, they both refused, despite the rumored offer being $500,000. Clearly, something was afoot. Whatever the beef was between the two in real life, being musicians, their distaste for each other started to play out in the lyrics of their songs too. In 1999, Lil C's released a song called Play Around, in which Lil Kim and Diddy also featured. Many commented that it was much more than a coincidence when Diddy utters the line, "Stop trying to sound like her too." Naturally, fans decided that this was an obvious strike on Foxy. Fast forward a few years to the turn of the millennium, and Lil Kim's views on Foxy resurfaced with the release of her sophomore album, The Notorious K.I.M. On the album's title track, Kim takes a hit with the lyrics, "This lady running around with this stink gap, and they fake rap, having panic attacks." She continues, "You ain't a star, and your record label knows it. How you make all this money, get this far, and ruin it. I'm a businesswoman now, so I'm not concerned. I'd bet on Lil C's before you and your firm. I'm getting money now. Them in the hood, they can have you." Not exactly the lyrics directed at a lifelong friend, right? Not being one to take things on the chin, though, Foxy composed herself and eventually hit back in 2000 with her single, Bang Bang. The track, which appeared on Capone and Noriega's 2000 album, The Reunion, featured Foxy firing back at Lil Kim, mocking Kim for her recently publicly mourning Biggie's passing. The lyrics read, "Let that rest in peace and hop off his shaft. Do you? It continued, "You talk slick, is all that sneak. Y'all kill me with all that subliminal. That's why you frontin' and kicking that street. Please, impress me. Go back to that freak." As you can see, things were getting very tense, and this was only the start. In February 2001, Lil Kim and her crew were leaving a big radio interview in New York outside Radio 97. Lil Kim and her team came face to face with rapper Kayam Capone Holly and his posse. The two crews got into an altercation, and a member of Capone's crew got hit in the back when a gun was drawn. He was sent to the hospital but released the next day. Maybe she was shocked to hear what had happened, or felt Lil Kim was not to get hit. Who knows? But Foxy tried to make amends. After hearing of the event, Foxy told MTV that she didn't know how their feud started and that, "I want to call a truce. I want to have a sit down with Kim. I don't care what it is. Let's just end it. We can even do a collaboration. We're bigger than this. If it has to start with me, let it start with me." The whole world waited patiently to hear Lil Kim's response, but alas, they were met with a wall of silence. Maybe if Kim would have bitten the bullet, no pun intended, and responded in kindness, the events of what were to come may never have happened, but it was not to be. Now, initial reports of the incident outside Radio 97 in New York stated that Lil Kim had left the scene prior to the incident. However, it later came out that this was not necessarily the truth. Investigation showed that she was sat inside her limousine during the time of the occurrence, and she departed afterwards, with others being implicated. As a result, on March 17, 2005, she was pronounced guilty on charges of perjury and conspiracy for lying to investigators and to a federal grand jury. She would receive a sentence of 366 days in prison and 3 years probation. Some even believe the shooting was connected to the feud. Right before Lil Kim was taken into custody, Foxy released a track titled Slaughter with the lyrics, "First a lady wanna hate on Foxy. 10 years later, now she hating on Minaj. Bear witness to the rise and the fall of Miss Kimberly Jones." Ouch! Now we should point out here that Foxy wasn't the only one who had beef with Lil Kim at this point. During Radio 97's live event, Summer Music Jam, in 2012, Nicki Minaj was reportedly planning a Lil Kim event with a Lil Kim lookalike. Naturally, with one of Minaj's guest acts being Foxy, many fans started to believe that the performance would entail both rappers. Unfortunately, nobody would see if the rumors were true, as Nicki would pull out of the event just one day before and would go on to say that the rumors were false. Those that were still hoping for a truce at this point had some light relief in 2013. During the 2013 Summer Jam concert, the plan was to get the two of them on stage in order to show some solidarity with the hip-hop community together. After all, if these two could kiss and make up, then anything could be achieved, right? But as with all potential truces between Lil Kim and Foxy, this one was also short-lived, as Foxy apparently turned up too late to perform. Foxy would later explain to MTV's Rap Fix Live that it wasn't orchestrated properly. "I understand the epicness of those two are great, the biggest feminine rappers in the game, to come together and touch mics is phenomenal. But somewhere along the way, some part of that has to feel real." The feud would continue well into 2021 when rumors of a versus battle started to arise. Foxy made it clear that she was ready to go face-to-face with Lil Kim in the battle and explained on Instagram and Twitter that Lil Kim was looking shook and thirst. But she wasn't the only one interested in the battle. During an episode of Hood Rich Radio with DJ Scream, rapper Trina said, "Kim is that." Let's be very clear. When I came into the industry, this, Kim, is who I looked up to. These are the lyrics that I recited. This is what made me know that it was okay to talk lethal, and these are not. Unfortunately, the rumors of the Lil Kim and Foxy battle were unfounded, with hip-hop website allhiphop.com taking responsibility. It seems such a humiliation that two feminine rappers who grew up so closely together would go on to be such bitter rivals. Their similarities and common interests should have been a catalyst for a lifelong friendship, but sadly, it was not to be. Whilst fans and friends alike are eager to see the two on stage, putting their differences aside, it is clear to see that the wait has only just begun.